So have you ever felt misunderstood in your friendship? Today I want to talk about something that we all face in relationship, which is communication. Communication is the bedrock of any friendship or relationship. Effective communication, friendship is built on trust, understanding, and openness, and that can only be done through communication. When you share your joys, your concerns, or issues with your friends, it makes you vulnerable to them and open to them. It makes them to understand you better and also makes them comfortable to do same with you. Let's talk about the flip side of not communicating or speaking up in relationship. If you keep quiet in your relationship and issues keep happening, then small issues will grow into big issues, leading to frustration and resentment, and that will impact on the quality of that relationship. So I personally had an experience with one of my friends that opened my eye to understand the importance of communication. I explained something to her and I felt she misunderstood me, and so I kept it to myself and withdrew from her over time. And the longer I kept doing that, the more harm it was doing to the friendship, the more that the friendship was beginning to get affected. And I decided, okay, let's talk about this issue once and for all. And I brought up the issue, and my friend was totally unaware of how I'd been feeling for some time now. And then I was drawn to the fact that if I'd spoken up earlier, then I'd have saved us both the confusion, the frustration, and the resentment that I had felt in my heart if I'd spoken up earlier. So it's important that we air our concerns with our friends and be very honest about it. So, in a part of the reasons or the issues we face that makes us not want to talk about certain issues is because you feel like, okay, I don't want to be confrontational, I don't want to be over dramatic, and all of that. But if you watch your approach, you may find that communication is not as difficult as it seems sometimes. Speaking up in relationship does not have to be confrontational, right? The rule that you should maintain while voicing your concerns in any relationship is ensuring that you speak with honesty, with as much honesty as you can, but also with kindness. So now how can this be achieved? By using I statements instead of you statements. If you use you statement, it sounds accusatory. But when you I statement, you're expressing your concern and how you felt about the situation. So, for example, instead of saying, you don't always listen to me when I talk about important issues with you, you can say, I feel unheard when I explain important things to you. So now that validates your feeling, and that also gives the person room to explain or give better perspective to what actually happened, right? And then both ways you can trash the issue, and then that relationship is still maintained. So speak with kindness but also with honesty. So don't be afraid to speak up. And when you speak up and issues are resolved, then it strengthens the bond of the communication, and it shows that you trust that friend. It also shows that you really want that relationship with that person than holding back, and then everybody is just living and behaving as if nothing is wrong when something is actually wrong, and that is eating deeply into the fabric of that relationship or that friendship. So if there's one thing that you take away from this video is this: don't be afraid to speak up. Start that conversation with your friend today, because communication will make that relationship to thrive instead of just keeping back and holding back to yourself. I've learned a valuable lesson over time by speaking up with my friends, because initially I didn't want to feel confrontational, but once I opened up to them, I felt like I saw that it was totally not what I was thinking the result of that communication will be, and that has helped us to thrive in our relationship. And I have seen the benefit of communication in relationship, and I also want you to do same for yourself. And I know that your relationships will thrive and to be better off than it has always been. I hope you found value for your time, and if you did so, please subscribe, give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see content that inspire you to be a better person, you can always check back later on this channel. And I hope to see you in the next one. Bye for now and take care.